Hi guys.
Hello, welcome back
Welcome
to
back.
the Consistency Code podcast. Today we are going to be diving into gut health, bloating, digestion, why most people are making their symptoms worse by obsessing over healing their gut or focusing on quote unquote healing their gut rather than fixing foundational habits. So, your gut is probably not broken, you're just doing too much and over obsessing with it.
Yeah. And a lot of us have to be careful like when it comes to something like our gut and when you are over obsessing about bloating and things like that. And sometimes it's not just bloating either. Like sometimes you do actually have something going on. And so getting to the root cause is a really big deal because your gut is the powerhouse for literally everything. And I think sometimes we forget that and neglect it, which is so you'll like later on it will come back to bite you times 10.
100%. If you are struggling with acne, it could very well be gut related. If you have chronic stress, it can affect your gut and your digestion. If you're not sleeping well, not recovering well, that will affect your digestion. Really, everything does tie back to the gut. And in today's day and age, I swear, everyone thinks they have a hormone issue or a gut issue. Everyone's out here self diagnosing, going the whole 9 yards, diving deep into like ChatGPT, trying to figure out what's going on with
Mhm.
your gut. But honestly, let's dive into like what is the bottom line. Your digestion isn't going to improve if your daily routine is chaos. Like a lot of people are spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on supplements while meanwhile you're not fixing basic things in your life, like you're chewing your food in 3 minutes, scarfing your food down over the kitchen counter. You're not prioritizing your nutrition, you're not prioritizing your stress and your workouts and your food choices, and you're slamming sugar free this, sugar free that, protein bar this, protein bar that, and you wonder why your digestion is off. So
Yeah, exactly.
look
And
at it.
it's also we're very conditioned to think like everything makes us bloated too. And
Mm.
sometimes, guys, maybe we just, like at 9 p.m., I kid you not, my waist is blown out because I had 5 to 6 meals with almost 5 liters of water. I'm not gonna sleep the same way I woke up. So the whole how to go to bed the same way that you woke up, like over bloating, digestion issues. No, your body just has food and water in it. What do you expect it, like, where do you expect it to go?
Bloating to some degree is completely normal. Yeah, like of course you're gonna go to bed with a fuller stomach after eating like 1500 to 3K calories. I don't know, whatever, how much you're eating. Like you have significant volume in your stomach and water and all of the liquids that you've consumed throughout the day. So yeah, obviously you're
That's
not gonna
so
go to
simple.
bed. Yeah. And if you are, then you're probably in the depths of prep and you're probably going to bed really freaking
Oh, yeah.
hungry.
No,
So
prep is different. Like, prep, you're going to bed actually a little tighter than you woke up sometimes. You never know.
oh yeah, and prep prep uncomfortable or an uncomfortable thing for me in prep was having to take check-in pictures at the end of the day because I'm like, oh my God, like I feel like a balloon whale.
PM, like, check-ins are intense.
Yeah, yeah, trying to hold a vacuum after eating all of that food and drinking.
After a high day too. After a high day.
Hey, yeah, no, thank you, girl.
So
No.
funny. But the best feeling is like after when you do like an PM check-in when you're so close to show and it's like depletion week, I think. It PM makes you feel so snatched because it's like, wow, I look extra, extra crispy and tiny. But it's just because babe, you're in depletion. But it's like the
Literally.
best to go to bed. You go
Literally,
to bed
this is
with
not
that.
normal. Like, I just suffered through the whole day. The whole day. And now I'm not going to be able to fall asleep or stay asleep because I'm so hungry. So,
The sleeping aid we were taking to a certain point of prep, girl, like I couldn't sleep for more than 3 hours. I was like, no, I gotta knock myself out or this is not gonna work.
yeah, genuinely, you wake up at the ass crack of dawn and you're like, well, I may as well go do my fasted cardio right now.
We're gonna start extra early today. No.
Yeah,
Yeah, but there you
yeah.
go. There's different
But getting sidetracked.
after you fall.
Anyway, point of this episode is that gut health has become so overcomplicated online. there's a huge rise in like fear-based wellness content. Like most people jump to extremes instead of addressing the basics. Like I swear to God, everyone and their mom and their dogs claims that they're lactose intolerant, like gluten intolerant, like
Gluten's a big one.
yeah. And I can almost guarantee in most situations it's not the dairy, it's not the gluten. It's probably something else in your diet or something else in your lifestyle that is contributing to indigestion or abnormal bowel movement. It's probably not actually like that little bit of coffee creamer or like that piece of sourdough bread that you're eating.
Exactly. Normal foods that we consume on a daily basis should not be the first thing that you take out because you think the most, like, when you think gluten intolerance, like, guys, that's like half of the regular person's diet is gluten, right? Like, so taking that out is cutting a lot of things out, and we should probably go and look at, hey, how much fiber am I genuinely eating in a day? Because realistically, guys, we don't really count fiber to the extent that we probably should. And then also, hey, am I eating literally any veg? Possibly fruit. So there's a lot of things that we should look at prior to exactly the dairy intolerances. Let me switch to almond milk and maybe like this will be done. Sometimes that's worse for you.
And like that probiotic that you're taking, that also could be making the whole situation worse. So,
What is the thing that a lot of people got into for their gut health? Kefir?
that's a probiotic.
Is it? I couldn't tell you. Like the milk thing, but it's like a
Milk.
yogurt. It's like a yogurt milk drink, right? That was a really big thing. I drink a glass of this, no bloating. I've lost 5 pounds. Stop.
Oh my God. You know what irks me is those like wellness influencer girls who are like, this is my morning de-bloat drink that I have every single morning. And it makes me not bloated for the entire day. And okay, here's what it is. It's aloe vera juice with lemon water and cranberry, a sprinkle of cayenne pepper,
Most diabolical shit, actually. Throw some turmeric in there,
like
by the way. Don't forget turmeric.
turmeric. Yeah, oh my God, and some ginger root extract.
Ginger root extract just makes you shit, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, it just helps you shit. Like, I would know
Literally,
from that.
yeah.
So, when you're
I know
back
so you have to take like a good amount of it. Like
trust me, I was choking that bitch back.
this cocktail that you see these wellness girlies drinking every morning, like,
It,
it's not actually reducing bloating. If you're buying a powder that is labeled as a de-bloat thing as well, like that's just a marketing scam, like a little bit of bloating is completely normal after you eat a meal. Like if you have chronic bloating, as in you take one bite of food and you look 6 months pregnant, then yes, that's probably a deeper issue. Yeah.
and don't go to the wellness IG gurus. Go to a doctor first.
Yes.
Because that is something that's can very much be something that you should go get blood work for and maybe like look further into things. But if something like that's happening, the last thing you should go on is Instagram or TikTok, because currently in the big 2026, as a woman, go like consuming wellness or fitness content is just like tragic because it's all over the place. Everything is sell. Everything is I want to get the most amount of followers, so whatever I spew out, it has to be attention grabbing worthy. So
There has to be some
yeah.
kind of hook to it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So before we dive into the nitty gritty of this episode, I just want to put a disclaimer out there that this is our opinions and this is just meant for educational purposes. This is not medical advice. So if you
We're not
do
doctors.
have severe digestion, gut health issues, please do consult a medical
Physician.
professional.
Yeah. Just from experience and our opinions,
Yes.
What's
Yes.
better? What's better than that? Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're here for, right? Is to listen to
Exactly.
our opinions.
Clock it. So we're gonna start off first by talking about what people think gut health means, right? So the things that people obsess over usually are going to be bloating, bowel movement, so it could be constipation or the opposite. Usually it is going to be constipation though when you do have gut issues. Some will experience the opposite, but there's that food sensitivity, so that's where like the gluten thing comes in. Holding water is a big thing. After meals, feeling that sluggish, fatigued feeling and then also feeling inflammation after that. So you wake up and you hear people say my face is so swollen because I had gluten the day before, or I had too much salt the day before. The average Joe is not, I can guarantee you, not counting their sodium to a T to think about, hey, I had an excess amount of sodium, so it's making me puffy, right? So that can go both ways. But also, not every digestive symptom means gut issues and everything's messed up there, or you need to go get that detox tea. We've heard a lot about those. Hey, let's make a detox tea, a detox drink. Let's eat garlic and ginger by the cloves. Put the ingredients down. I promise you, it's not that's not, you're just painting yourself. And then we come back and we're like, okay, I didn't consult a physician, but I actually, all of a sudden, I'm, lactose intolerant, dairy sensitive, gluten sensitive, and it's just a whole thing that blows up, right?
Yeah. And that's why it's really important to like take a step back. And I often suggest my clients start recording a food blog or food journal. So after each meal that you eat, just write some notes down. How do you feel? How did that meal digest for you? Because once you start to like dive a bit deeper into that and just become more aware of how you feel after you eat certain foods, you start to realize, okay, hey, like I actually felt completely fine after I had that piece of bread.
Yeah.
Shocking. Or like I went and got like a cappuccino with non-fat or like 2% cow's milk, and oh, I was actually fine. And so it's like we become ingrained to think that like dairy's gonna bloat us, gluten's gonna bloat us. I don't know, drinking like a bit of almond milk or having a snack with some artificial ingredients in it like is gonna be the end of the world. But like in reality, it's probably not like each of those individual things that's like directly causing you gut issues. It's probably something much deeper that you don't even realize is connected to your gut, such as like just being very, very highly stressed all the time. Or maybe it is just like bigger, poor diet choices that you're making. Maybe it's alcohol. Like there's so many different things, and that's why I say it's important to like keep a log. I know it can be annoying to like write down how you feel after you eat every meal and hard to remember to do so as well, but it can be eye-opening. And on that note too, that also is another reason why it can be so beneficial to follow a meal plan and just eat basically the same meals every single day. That way there's less variables. You start to learn what works for you and what doesn't. And like, yeah, sometimes we're going to feel more fatigued after eating certain foods. Whole foods based diet is often the way to go for most people, and also the easiest way to meal prep, by the way.
Yeah,
Is by
exactly.
sticking to a whole foods diet. But yeah, like your gut is probably not quote unquote destroyed. You don't need detox this. You don't need to go do a 3-day juice cleanse. You don't need to fast. Like,
Yeah, no, everything you said is 110% correct, especially where you said we can't think that, hey, everything, like doing a little food diary is like, it can help us understand that, hey, I'm actually not intolerant to all these things that I think I am. And I think a really big part of that is once we have one bad experience with something and we don't clock that, like, hey, it might be a day where it's prior to my period, or I'm on my period, or I just had alcohol the day before, whatever the case might be, we, after that one bad day where we experience a bad gut day, let's say, we convince ourselves, and when your brain believes something, it actually is going to affect your body itself. Because I'll give you a really good example here. For quite some time, rice was just not digesting the best for me, but I was also going through a very stressful time. So I correlated, hey, the rice I'm eating is really bothering me, but I didn't take into account, hey, I'm also like, I have a lot of stress on me. So, but the thing is, when I would eat cream of rice, I was perfectly fine, right? So I ruled out rice, where cream of rice though was perfectly fine.
but cream of rice is like literally rice
The
flour.
same
So
thing, right? So it goes to show you that once you let yourself believe something, after a while, it's gonna stick, and your body's gonna actually react to its, like, So every time I would eat rice, it
yeah,
genuinely would take longer to digest and it would hurt.
no, for sure. If you tell, yeah, and I think that's also a big thing with dairy and gluten is like if you tell yourself I'm lactose intolerant or like I can't have gluten, then yeah, your brain is probably going to like give you some sort of side effects to reinforce that
You're
belief.
panicking.
But if you're a little bit more open-minded to something else being the culprit of your indigestion, then you probably won't notice it so much. If you don't hyperfixate on it, you're not going to notice it as
Exactly.
much. And also keep in mind that like you're going to have normal digestion fluctuations.
Yeah.
Like not every day is going to be perfect. And like being a bit bloated or a bit constipated, yes, I know it's really uncomfortable, but like for one day, even sometimes 2 days, like it happens. And it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. It doesn't mean you have some crazy like gut disease or bacteria overgrowth. It doesn't mean that like you're allergic to a million different things. And there's so many things that can affect your digestion: stress, sleep, travel, cycle changes, overeating, undereating. Like, I actually learned a big lesson when I went to Scotland for 2 weeks last year. I was like pretty freshly post show. I was probably 4 weeks post show at this point, and my food was incredibly high already at this point in my reverse diet. And so if I'm not tracking my food, it was actually very easy for me to undereat and not get enough food in. When
Mhm.
you're not tracking, like you actually like probably don't think you're eating, or you probably don't eat as much as you think you're eating, right? So I went to Scotland and I was under eating. You know, when you're traveling, you just tend not to eat as much. You have more on the go. You're busier. You're eating out. Like you're not eating your normal meals at home. So I was so constipated for like 4 or 5 days. Like it actually one of the worst feelings ever. And I came home and I started eating my normal meals again. I'm like, holy crap, like everything is like back to normal now. And it made me realize that I also was like trying to save my calories while I was away because I was like afraid of gaining weight. I was afraid of blowing up post show. I wanted to obviously enjoy the meals out with my family. So I was like calorie banking during the day, and it meant I was severely under eating, not getting enough fiber in, like not getting enough carbs, not getting enough fats, not getting enough not getting enough of anything. And so yeah, of course that's going to affect my digestion. And then as soon as I got home and started eating on plan again, I was like, wow, everything is magically fixed. So, and meanwhile, the whole time I was there, I thought it was like something in the food I was eating, or like, you know?
Especially like your body's such a sensitive spot too. So,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
can be that would cause anybody like panic too, like when you're
yeah.
that fresh off.
Yeah. And the more you stress about it, the worse it gets. I was like, oh my God, what can I do to make myself poop right now? Like trying to like drink coffee on an empty stomach, like do more cardio to try to get things moving, like more
That
steps.
in my opinion, I think I would rather have full-blown diarrhea rather than constipation. I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest with
same.
you.
Just get it all out of me rather than like
I'd rather be
have
snatched than
yeah.
feeling like I'm like cramping up because I'm constipated. Like, what is that? I'm so
Well, that's
sorry.
an easy would you rather for me. Like,
Would you rather have diarrhea or constipation, guys? Let us know in the comment section down below. Okay, ready? Question of the day, guys, and be honest. Would you rather have diarrhea or be constipated for a week? Bella, which one would you choose?
diarrhea, without a doubt. I would rather be on the toilet for
Hands
like
down,
for
diarrhea.
like 20 minutes a day.
Like I would, yeah, because at least something's coming out of you and
Well,
not.
yeah, and you feel fine after it's all
You feel
done.
so refreshed.
Yes, you feel like a skinny queen.
I love watching the scale just, and you're like, yeah, there it
Yeah.
is. I'll see you back in like 2 hours, but still, Yeah, that's an easy, yeah, that is an easy would you rather. But I want you to tell us, please tell us what is it? Yeah, epidemic of 20 supplements, stacking them and so on to help with, hey, I'm bloated, so let me just actually go and buy the whole health section
The
at the store.
whole pharmacy. Oh my God. Okay, first of all, you do not need a $200 supplement protocol. Let me just make that very, very
Clock it.
clear.
Clock it.
You
Yeah.
do not need a $200 supplement protocol, and if anything, that is probably going to make your problems even worse. Because here's the thing. Let me compare it to you getting prescribed a million medications from your doctor that you don't need these medications for. What do you expect these medications are going to do to you? How do you think that they're going to affect you if you are taking medications that you don't actually need?
Exactly.
Probably going to create further problems,
Yeah.
right? You're probably going to feel like shit if you're taking a drug that you don't need. Like, it's probably going to create problems that didn't even exist in the first place if you're taking something that you don't need. So obviously these supplements, they're not drugs, they're not pharmaceutical medications, but the same concept applies. If you're taking things that you don't need, then they're probably going to cause further issues or issues that weren't even there to begin with.
Yeah.
For example, probiotics.
Mm.
Everyone and their mom is on the probiotic train right now.
I left outside of TikTok a while ago because I was just like immediately.
And like these probiotics can be like hundreds of dollars. It's actually insane.
Yeah,
Actually,
they're actually really expensive. I saw one at the store and I was like, oh, there's pre and prebiotic.
prebiotic, probiotics, and then symbiotics is the one with both pre and probiotics.
Just give me some asparagus here.
So probiotics, they feed bacteria in the gut, right? So people are taking these probiotics thinking that they're supporting the bacteria in their gut. However, there is good bacteria and there's bad bacteria in the gut. What you don't know with these probiotics, and there's a bunch of different strains of probiotics, right? You don't know whether that probiotic you're taking is feeding the good bacteria or the bad bacteria in your gut.
That's a really good
And
point.
you need to have a healthy balance of both good bacteria and bad bacteria. If you are overfeeding one or the other in your gut without even realizing it by taking this probiotic that you don't need in the first place, you are going to actually cause very, very, or I don't want to say very bad because I don't want to like fear monger like that,
Well, it
but
can. It's bad.
you're going to cause issues that were not there in the first place. And then that's when you're actually going to have to like take a more severe approach to fix it.
Because let me tell you guys, taking multiple different antibiotics to heal that gut is gonna cause you so much more issues because it's killing all bacteria, not just the bad, all. So you're now exposed to possibly just getting sick, or if you're like, hey, this is a lot of antibiotics to take and you stop halfway, you might also get, what's it called? What's that thing? You can actually get resistant to antibiotics too. So it can bring a lot of issues that you did not have from the start.
And on the antibiotic note, if you do ever, well, it's not if you do ever, if and when you are on antibiotics, make sure you are loading up on foods with probiotics in them to support your gut lining. So things like Greek yogurt, kefir, kombucha, sauerkraut, kimchi, just to support your gut lining and the bacteria in your gut, because antibiotics will kill off the bacteria in your gut. So that's why often we find we have like stomach upset when we're taking antibiotics, is because of that reason. So load up on foods that are rich in probiotics, and then also glutamine when you're taking antibiotics, like double your glutamine dose, quadruple it.
I love glutamine, yeah. That's the one thing
That is one supplement I recommend to everybody is glutamine.
love
And the regular, like standard serving is 5 grams. No, take 20 a day. I swear.
Take the whole thing, guys. Actually, put some water in there and stir it.
That's actually a conversation I had with one of my clients yesterday. She asked in her check-in, she's like, so I noticed that the standard size for glutamine is 5 grams, and for creatine is also 5 grams. Why do you have me taking double creatine, so 10 grams a day, and quadruple glutamine, 20 grams a day? And I explained to her that essentially the standard serving size is not the effective dose for a lot of supplements. So 5 grams of creatine, yeah, I mean, that's great. That's pretty standard. Most people take 5 grams, but 10 grams can often be more effective, and glutamine, especially 5 grams, is not going to do anything. Like, quite simply put, you're not going to notice really much benefit from 5 grams of glutamine. So I like to do 10 grams in the morning, 10 grams at night.
Yeah, like my favorite thing always, and I'll swear by, is glutamine. It's not expensive at all. It's very inexpensive.
No.
Shameless plug, code Bella for HD muscle glutamine. I use it too, I love it.
Yes, HD muscle glutamine, I do love it. I've noticed there's different like consistencies with the powders of different brands of glutamine, and HD I do like the most. Some of them are like really thick and like fly everywhere and
a little chalky. Yeah, no, that one I've used the HD one for a while now, actually. And yeah, like it's very, it doesn't, you don't finish it in like a week, you know what I mean? And so that's a good one for your gut, just keeping up with it. Because the one thing, like if I would give any advice to literally anybody starting out any fitness journey, is really pay attention to your gut health, because fixing it and like going through the process might take months or like even longer depending on what it is. And so it's just such a painful route to take and also not a cheap one. Not a cheap one. If it goes beyond antibiotics and God forbid it comes back, mine came back after a round of antibiotics, came back, we had to take a new approach now. So it was just like, it was a whole thing that really, that's the one thing that we should not be listening to strangers on the internet about. Some do have really good advice, but when it gets to everybody saying different things, that's a red flag. And also, if I look into your cabinets and it looks like a pharmacy, but you still don't drink enough water and you're not eating your veg, I think we skipped like one or two steps. So we gotta
Yeah,
reel it
let's
back
hit
in,
the rewind button
come back.
because you're missing the basics, the fundamentals. Like, of course, your house is going to collapse if you don't have the foundation there. So,
And did you ever go through a phase in the beginning or something where your cabinets looked like a pharmacy? Because mine did. I had every supplement known
yes,
to man. Sorry, had it
yes.
all.
And I am so sorry. I'm going to fully blame my coach for that one
Same.
because that man was partnered with a supplement company and, of course, made commission off of the supplements that I purchased using his code. And so, my clients, by the way, I only tell you to buy the ones that are actually essential for you, that you
You
actually
can't,
need, not just to waste your money.
can't
But yeah,
push
I
it.
wasted my money on a bunch of shit I didn't need. And I remember actually, I was taking this, it was the Revive GI. Revive GI.
So expensive.
So expensive for one. Of course, like taking a supplement called GI, it sounds like, it's gonna magically like,
Make you poop. That's what I
yeah,
think.
fix
Sorry, I don't
your,
know if
yeah.
somebody else. Yeah.
Mind you, I didn't have any gut issues or indigestion issues. Like I had normal movements. I was fine. But because
Get
this
ahead
man
of it, right?
told me to buy it, I started taking it. Oh my God. I had like the worst stomach cramps of my life. I was like bloating from it. It was horrible. It's because I was taking something that just genuinely I did not need, and it was a waste of my money. So,
It's gonna do something at the end of the day. So it's either
yeah,
solving something or actually making something
yeah,
worse or bring something up. And that's the thing, like what we preach on here about certain supplements that we just don't think is necessary, like certain fat burners. I doubt you're going to your clients saying, "Hey, I have a code for this, buy this fat burner." No. Like
no.
there's things that like you just can't
A
have.
fat burner is, I mean, it barely works like in any situation, but it's definitely not going to work if you don't have a cardio protocol in place, if you aren't eating in a calorie deficit, if you aren't being consistent with tracking your food. Like,
No, the only anything related to fat burner I'll take is my Vaso Burn cream that I just rub on me and like prep, and that's about it. Which also, have you ever tried that, by the way?
no, I didn't
Vaso
even know
Burn?
that was a thing.
So it's this cream, it's like a gel, right? So it's not like do you know the Drip Fit creams?
Yeah,
Have you seen them yet? So not like that. It doesn't smell that those ones have like coconut and whatever smells, and I think it's
yeah,
very gross when you sweat, right? But that's just me. Vaso Burn, actually even worse smell wise, smells like cinnamon, like cinnamon hearts, like yeah. So it's
yeah,
like
no,
a gel. You rub it on you. You put it. Wash your hands because if you touch your lips or your eyes, you're cooked. You put it on your. I used it to help me with my legs and my midsection, and I think it worked well, but it's because it has yohimbine in it too. Genuinely makes you feel like you're being sunburnt to a crisp. It
oh my God.
fire.
I have
That's the
never
word thing
heard
I'll
of
use.
Turbine. I love her.
Oh, then you love this. Like you'll genuinely feel like you're actually being grilled alive.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I kind of want to try that
You
then.
have to. You have to. It takes water out quite well, actually.
I bet, I bet. But to everyone listening, by the way, don't just hop on that expecting magic results
No,
if you're not actually following a nutrition plan and working with a coach and have a
a
cardio
deficit
protocol.
as well, mind you, a deep one
Yeah.
for something a product to get water out of you and be noticeable. You have to be at such a lower like body fat, like lower than 15, for you to notice like
Yeah,
a change so small. So yeah, that's really important.
totally, totally. Okay, now let's talk about greens powders. I feel like those are pretty controversial.
Very.
Do you take greens?
I recently have not for the last little bit, but I do like taking it a little closer to prep and then in prep. I do honestly, I love the taste and it really gets my water down throughout the day because I can get a water like a liter in with it. But
Yes.
I've never looked at somebody and said you should probably buy a greens powder if I see them already lacking with basic things like, hey, like you're not eating enough veg in your meals and this and that, or any at all, because once you get all that down, then like add something like this. 'Cause it's not gonna replace your veggies for the day, which people think it's what it's doing, but it's not. It's an aid.
It is an aid, and most greens powders are barely even an aid. Like the HD
Yeah.
ones, I would say are really, really good, but most others just have like such shitty formulas and like
You have to read it.
it's mainly just juice. Like honestly, like you're not
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
it's not gonna fix your quote unquote bloating. Like it's not
Are the Believe ones good? Like, be honest, are they good? Because I
the HD
love
ones.
them for the taste. The Believe ones, yeah, the
Yes.
taste was really good.
The taste of okay, the only flavor I like from Believe is the orange vanilla, and they are really, really good.
That's the only one I'll ever use. I love it.
They do taste like juice, but the formula is not the
What
best.
is it?
Like you're not,
No.
no,
So I have to
no.
switch to
You
HB.
should look, yeah, look at the label because sure there's a million things on it, but like the
It's an
dosages, the serving sizes are pretty small. But the HD ones, much more effective dose.
Yeah.
Also tastes phenomenal. The pineapple mango flavor specifically. The citrus one I don't really like, but
Okay, I'm gonna
pineapple
switch.
literally tastes like juice. And like you said, it makes it easy to get like almost a liter of water in first thing in the morning,
Do
which is
you have you use it during prep? Yes or no? The HD one, the greens.
I do, yeah.
When do you drink it?
I drink it first thing in the morning.
Have you ever drank it while doing cardio?
No.
Okay. People do it. I'm like, does it help make your cardio go by faster? I'm trying to find
I
hacks.
mean, I was doing fasted cardio and prep and taking you, which only is effective when you're fasted. So I
Yeah.
was thinking,
Ugh, don't even remind me of that, dude. Like I remember hearing that and I'm like, you can literally you if you're not doing fasted, you literally can't take it because it will not work.
I fear if I was drinking like greens or even like anything flavored like EAAs during my cardio, like the thing is, it just goes down like juice. It goes down too easy, and then like I feel like I don't know, have like a full belly of liquid in
Oh
my
yeah.
stomach while
Oh,
I'm doing
sooner or
cardio, which
later, especially
yeah,
with like abs, it will you're gonna like you're gonna have a protruded
yeah,
stomach. But also, yeah, with Yohimai, like even when I was taking it, even with like I wouldn't even drink an energy drink because I was like, there's 10 calories in this. I'm afraid like anything's just gonna like make it not work. So you have to be careful.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can take black coffee with you,
Yeah.
but
After a certain point, bro, like black coffee just feels like jail. Sorry.
yeah.
Peak week though, it tastes like gold.
What does?
Black coffee and like peak week, that shit tasted so
Yeah.
amazing. I
I
love
kept stevia in for peak week too, so I would just get like an
Are you
Americano.
joking? Don't even. So, like,
Americano, and I'd put those English toffee stevia drops and
every
my
day you prove to me,
organic organic almond milk with no artificials. Yes, like
I'm
highlight
so
of the day.
jealous. Like
That's a treat, seriously.
every day, guys, every day Bella reminds me, like, without forgetting, our peak weeks were like two different things.
Polar opposites, yeah. If you listen to the last episode,
Ugh,
just emphasis on the fact that everybody's preps are going to be slightly different.
yeah, so it just
Yeah. But greens, yeah. So, I mean, they do have some benefits. Sometimes they do help me go to the bathroom first thing in the morning.
oh, you're going right away. You're going right away.
But they are still not a replacement for your fruit and veggies in your meal. They're not a fiber replacement, but they do have benefits. So, yeah, like not an essential supplement by any means, but it's a nice thing to have.
Yeah, it's an addition. Yeah,
But just, I would not recommend any greens powders from like Costco or like a natural health food store. You will be drinking grass. I'm like blended
speaking of
grass.
Costco, yeah, there's this one brand of greens that genuinely does taste like hay, but I'm not gonna get into that. What's it called? And it's like organic too, which
Yeah,
you
the
talking about
oh, I
organic.
can't remember what the brand is, but yeah,
And it's like a white with black writing, and it has something like it. Anyway,
green. Anyways,
I just have to say, Costco, good point. Thoughts on Costco protein powder lean fit? Never buy that shit.
no.
Like, genuinely, guys, if you, like, I would rather you go protein powder less and just do whole food protein rather than drinking lean fit. And, like, it is cheap and it is 2 kilograms. I understand that, but there's a reason. Look at the back. Fat content speaks for itself. I'm not taking a protein powder for me to have the same fats as if I was gonna, have a piece of chicken or some, extra lean ground beef. Like, I'm good. But also, the vanilla, I think it was, I had it one time. The vanilla tastes like iron, so it tastes like blood.
And it is so chalky. Like that protein powder, I swear, is like from the 90s, and they have just not revisited their formula
Or they
because
just brought it from the 90s. Like it tastes
legit,
so
that's
vintage.
probably why it's so cheap. It's actually just been sitting on the shelves since then
Yeah,
because
so
that's
cheap.
also definitely the cause of your gut issues if you are drinking lean fit protein.
Sorry, your face when you said that. It was just disgusting. That was my first ever protein powder, and it took me a glass when I was actually like, not macro educated. Just the first sip, I was like, "Oh, this shit's not right.
No,
It's something's
my
not
first
right."
ever protein powder almost as a Vega.
I said that you were vegan, right? Were you ever
No,
vegan?
I was never, no, never been vegan, never been vegetarian, never will be.
So
But
what?
I don't know why I bought the Vega one. It was just like trending at the time.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, horrible, the worst shit I've ever tasted in my life.
Same
Then
thing with
after that, I got Diesel. Also, fun fact, do not ever buy Diesel protein powder from a grocery store.
I just
Like
did that too.
Walmart, Superstore, I don't know, whatever grocery stores have like that little supplement section with like the Quest bars and like the Quest chips and like the pure protein bars. Do not buy your protein powder from there. The Diesel protein powder in there, for whatever reason, has a completely different formula and different ingredients than Diesel
It's
protein powder in an actual supplement store or if you buy it like online.
Yeah, I used to work at a supplement store and I didn't know this until like literally before I left, which was not too long ago. And it was the reasoning is they want to obviously like get their brand out there, but and to make it cheaper because diesel right now is like an arm and a leg just because of
Well, protein powder in general is now an arm and a leg. Like the prices have
but
gone
diesel
up.
girl, like diesel's
Yeah,
so expensive where it's
because
like,
it's a high quality New Zealand whey. So, like,
yeah,
it is a high quality protein.
but at a certain point, like chicken's gonna be cheaper, guys. But
Yeah.
you can just freeze dry chicken, blend it, put it in something, you're good. Make it into protein powder.
Or use code Bella with HD muscle. That'll save you
Shameless
10%.
plug. But yeah, like they're trying to get their brand out there, make it cheaper for others, but it's not, the blend is completely different and it's not a, what's it called?
It's
It's
not
just
a whey isolate. It's a whey concentrate, which is completely different. Whey
gonna
concentrates
digest
are
differently.
much harder to digest.
Yeah.
The absorption rate is a lot lower. It's a lot less. So honestly, at that point, you're actually just wasting your money because your body's not absorbing it and using it for muscle protein synthesis the same way it would with a high quality protein isolate.
Yeah. Like when
It
I,
isn't with a bunch of fillers. That's another thing to look for is fillers, proprietary blends on supplements, especially protein powders. If you
yeah.
look at any kind of label, BCAA is also notorious for proprietary blends
Yeah.
when they
When
just put like a blend in there rather than like an actual serving of each individual ingredient.
that's the FDA for you, you know. But
Exactly.
when, yeah, like back in the day, like with that diesel thing, like how we found out was like, because my boyfriend would buy it, and then I was like, yeah, like after that day, like it's so out of here. I'm gonna be honest with you, like it's not working. And same thing with, and I'm gonna say this while I hold your hand, guys, tightly, okay? Put the Quest chips down. I know they taste good. They do. You know, they some of them, they taste good. After a certain point of having them every day, you're going to feel it in your gut.
Yeah. Yeah.
That chip is a bomb. Okay? Like,
And all of the like lower calorie, quote unquote, healthy protein snacks that you're finding, I bet you they have an ingredient called tapioca flour, especially in like the gluten-free snacks. I bet you they have an ingredient called tapioca flour. Now, inherently, tapioca flour is not an issue, but when you have it in moderate to higher quantities, like every day, that's going to cause some indigestion, let me tell you. And you don't have to eat a lot of it in order to reap the consequences. So there's a reason why Quest chips are how many calories a bag? Like
120.
200? Yeah. There's a
No,
reason why they only have 5 grams of carbs for that whole bag and 30 grams of protein.
we have to think. Sometimes if it's too good to be true, sometimes it's because it shouldn't be true in the first place and they're fighting to make it true. So
Yeah.
you're actually, and like if also what I have an issue with is, hey, if you go to the store and you see protein popcorn, protein lip gloss, guys, if it shouldn't have protein in the first place, don't buy it. You know, sometimes
Like,
it's not worth it.
can we just go back to buying like the regular non-protein version and then adding like How about some meat on the side, or like
Uh,
some eggs, or like Greek yogurt?
Yeah, and sometimes like having a protein bar is the easiest thing to do like for a snack when you need to get your protein and you're on the go and like whatever and you're not like a very hungry person so you need to hack it. There's better protein bars that you can buy that don't have to be the most expensive, whole food, whatever. No, there's genuine good protein bars to involve. But where it becomes an issue is, hey, no matter how good it is, it's still not a whole food, and having it every single day back to back is going to cause problems, right? So that's why, like, when people do use protein powder of any sort, no matter how clean it is, let it be diesel for all I care. Having more than one scoop a day, unless you have like such a high protein intake, like for dudes, I understand, like, if they have freaking 300 grams of protein, yeah, you're gonna have more than one scoop, I fear. But as a girl, if you have, less than 200 grams to take, limit the amount of protein powder. So a scoop a day, fine.
Majority of your protein should be coming from whole food sources. Now, I will
Exactly.
say I have 2 scoops a day, max 3 scoops, but also on those days I'm not having like a protein bar in addition to that.
Exactly.
Like I will have a scoop of protein with my pre-workout meal, my cream of rice, mud bowl. Obviously, I have to make a whey drip to go
Yeah.
with that, and then I have a scoop of protein powder in my Ninja Creamy every night.
So that's
That's
like a
pretty
big
it.
difference.
And so then on rest days, I'm only having the 1 scoop of protein powder in my Ninja Creamy because I don't have my cream of rice on rest
There,
days.
so there you go. Yeah, like you're not even having two scoops every day, but also on
Yeah.
top of that, you're not having through three scoops every single day to the extent where like that's replacing majority of your food.
Yeah. If
Right.
you are relying on protein powders, protein bars, protein snacks to get your protein in, and that likely is a big culprit of your
Mhm.
digestive issues. And I
Exactly.
also want to say, like, going back to the whole supplement topic, most people don't even know what's helping or hurting because they start taking everything simultaneously. You one day wake up and tell yourself that you have a million different issues with your gut and you pile on like 10 different supplements, like a massive stack all at once. How are you supposed to know what's actually benefiting you and what's not when you haven't even figured out what the root cause of your gut issues are to begin with in the first place, let alone then going and taking a million things at once? Like, it's impossible to figure out what's helping you, what's making things worse, what's not doing anything, what's a waste of your money. So
Exactly. That brings in like the
you may as well just invest in a coach who can actually support you and point you in the right direction rather than spending hundreds of dollars on all of these supplements.
you're saving money at the end of the day, right? When it comes to certain things.
Okay, so what actually is going to help gut health? Like,
Mhm.
supplements aside, what actually is going to help improve and normalize your gut health? Going to keep this super practical, super simple, super low stress, low investment. Guys, it's seriously the basics. Like consistent meal timing, making sure you're eating every 2 to 3 hours. If you are forgetting to eat, pushing most of your meals off until the very end of the day, yeah, you're probably going to experience some bloating after consuming like 1,000+ calories all at once, especially like more than say 40 grams of protein at any given point in time. Like, yeah, that's probably going to cause a little bit of indigestion, a little bit of bloating. And it's not that you're consuming too much protein in general, it's that you're consuming too much protein in one sitting.
Yeah, that is a thing. Yeah.
Adequate fiber, like we already mentioned, like, are we eating enough fiber? Which also, on that note, I do want to say that more fiber is actually not always better. Like, the amount of comments I get on some of my Costco reels, they're like, what about fiber? Like, oh, that doesn't have any fiber in it though. Guys, more fiber is not always the answer. If anything, increasing fiber too aggressively, eating too much fiber can worsen bloating. Let me tell you a funny story. I haven't even told Ruth this yet. I have a confession.
Mm.
So the other day I ran my first ever 10K race, right? When I tell you I was starving after that, I did it fasted. I was ravenous. We were done
You
by, it
are
started at 6:45, so I was done
you
by
ran a
7:30.
10K you ran a 10K fasted?
Yes.
Can we all have an applause in here, guys? We're watching you from what the fuck were you thinking?
It
Holy
was 6:45 in the morning, okay? I just didn't want to eat, and also like
you'd be
I knew
nauseous.
I would feel okay running on an empty stomach, but I was worried if I ate something beforehand, it would just kind of be sitting in my stomach. And I was like, you know what? I've done a million hard ass cardio sessions in prep fasted, so like I'm sure I'll be fine. Like I ate the night before, whatever. It's only
It's
10K.
oh
If I
yeah.
was doing a half or something, then yeah, I would like eat before, but
Yeah.
only 10K. So anyway, after the race, we went for acai bowls, which was great, awesome, delicious, hit the spot. I was full for like maybe 30 minutes. And then, of course, I was like, I'm hungry again. Also, that acai bowl went right through me, let me tell you. Like,
It's like
probably
juice.
because of the fiber, it just like
Just right through.
hella fruit. Yeah.
Mhm.
I get home and I don't really have like any food prepped, but I have like this massive container of Costco strawberries that I got, right?
Mm.
I just start munching on these strawberries and I'm actually weighing them out. Like I put the container on my scale just so I could
Oh,
like
as you eat it, yeah.
as I eat it, and then I was gonna track it that way.
Mhm.
And I get to like 200 grams of strawberries, which like is a good serving of berries. And I'm like, I should definitely stop here. But no, I literally start having a full-on binge episode on fucking strawberries.
Costco berries, guys.
Yeah, and if you know the Costco strawberries, like the fresh ones, like if you know, you know. Like I don't know what they pump into those bad boys to make them as jacked as they
Some
are, but like
steroids, brother. Some
I
steroids.
don't want to know. Anyway, I like get to like the 400-gram mark and I'm like, well, I only have like four left. I'm not putting four strawberries left back in the fridge. Like I'm gonna finish eating
Yeah.
these.
If it's 4
They're
pieces,
healthy, right? I ate 600 grams of strawberries. And most people would be like, you got your fiber in, like, great. I mean,
can I just find like the
I
information?
don't even want to know, don't even tell me. Mind you, I already had the acai bowl that morning, right? Which had strawberries in it,
Berries
plus
in it,
whatever
yeah.
other.
Did you check it all?
No.
You know what? Bella actually shocked me by the churros I ate when I saw her. Unprovoked, she woke me up out of my peaceful day to tell me, hey, by the way, fatty, this is what you ate. So it's your turn. Let's see. Raw strawberries, right?
What's the difference with what's a cooked strawberry? Yeah, raw
It's a
strawberry.
cooked strawberry. Okay, wait. If this doesn't seem right, because this is really nothing at the end of the day. 600 grams. Is my phone broken? Because it's saying for 600 grams of strawberries, it's 192 calories. That's impossible.
I did actually
Okay.
track it. Let me go.
Maybe it is only.
Yeah, yeah, it's only 192 calories, 46 grams of carbs, which is like a decent amount of carbs for berries.
That's really good. You scared me when I heard 600. Because 600, guys, not
No,
600 if
I
anything
mean
is.
it was like that's a lot. I mean, 46 grams of carbs and strawberry. I did have to eat hella strawberries though, so that's why I posted a story the next day and I was like, fruit is actually the weight loss hack because you can eat so many berries for like
Nah, no, 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 no.
not a
Hold
lot
on.
of calories. The amount of volume I just ate in strawberries was crazy, but I do not recommend going and eating 600 grams of strawberries.
Question for you. How much fiber, like, how much does it vary for people when it comes to fiber intake?
Okay, so fiber intake, I recommend about 15 grams of fiber per, or sorry, 10 grams of fiber. 10 grams of fiber per 1,000 calories. So if you're eating 2,000 calories a day, around 20 grams of fiber, like 10, like the 10 to 12 gram mark per 1,000 calories. So like around 20, like 25 grams of fiber max, I would say for like 2,000 calories. So
This makes
600 grams of strawberries, by the way, has 12 grams of fiber.
that's
Plus,
a
I had that acai bowl, which probably had like 15, 20
Mm,
grams of fiber, because a big acai bowl with a bunch of fruit, granola.
yeah.
So, and I also had 300 grams sweet potato.
Hey, what did you have that day? Let's just start there instead
I
of.
was, I could not eat anything else for the rest of the day.
Oh, it's
After
just in the morning, hey?
I had the acai bowl, and then I had my sweet potato meal. I had
Yeah.
one sweet potato, but it was a larger one, so it was 300 grams of sweet potato cooked.
Yeah.
And then I had the strawberries. I had to almost like force my creamy down that
No
night.
protein that day. Sorry, we're not going there.
No, protein was like 100 grams for the day. Like
I'm proud that you even got 100. Are you joking? I would have said,
that's
fuck no.
only because I had a bunch of chicken and eggs and cottage cheese before with my sweet potato meal before the strawberries.
Okay, yeah. See, but this is the thing, like, berries vary so much because I binged on blueberries one time just because, like, I was like, it's so healthy, like, it doesn't matter. And I just, like, literally, because post show, like, reverse, I wanted to feel alive for 1 second. Blueberries, just when I tell you, like, when blueberry seasoning, they sell it by, like, Superstore does these gigantic tubs of them. I don't even know how much I ate. It was a whole thing. I'm just gonna be honest with you, it was a whole thing. But see, I searched up 600 grams of, why did I say raw? But blueberries, that's gonna be 86 grams of carbs and like almost
Blueberries are
400
higher in
calories.
carbs than strawberries.
Yeah,
Higher.
so see, I wish I had the strawberry instead of blueberries. But damn, That's
But
what,
yeah,
when you posted that, I didn't guess that's what happened.
I know. I'm a little bit ashamed, but you know what? It's actually super funny. But
And he
yeah, the point
ran.
of this story is that eating more fiber and more fruits and veg, it can have really, really negative effects. Like I had really bad cramps the whole day. Like it was the weirdest feeling because I was hungry. Like I felt hungry, but my stomach was just in so much pain and so like bloated that I could not put more food.
Was there any upper stomach bloating or was it just a bloating? No, not bloating, sorry, cramping. Like that crampy feeling.
Yeah, yeah. I
That
was
is the
really bad
worst. Yeah, that's the worst feel like when you eat too much too fast. Too fast. It's just like too much volume. And it's just,
yeah.
yeah, like even if you
And
get
also
hungry,
it's just the fructose, it's the fructose in my gut, right? Like from eating all of that fruit between the acai and the strawberries, that's a lot of fructose for my gut to be digesting. So it's not even that like it was an overconsumption of fiber, like yeah, that didn't help either, but also just the fructose.
exactly. So like yeah, like, to avoid things like this, like the most basic things like Bella said, is just simple things I like to incorporate that she does too, because everybody should do this. Fiber, yes, adequate amount, not overdoing it, thinking like, hey, fiber is the way to go, because we also have, side note, the fiber that's like, when they do like wraps, lower calorie because fiber,
Insoluble fiber.
net carbs, just
I
stop.
do not ever, no, net carbs in the garbage can. Like,
Stop.
they
That's not
still have calories. Like, thinking that you can eat a wrap and it only has like 2 grams of carbs because the rest of the carbs are coming from insoluble fiber. Those are still calories going into your body. Like,
and you're messing up
it's not
your
just
macro tracking, yeah.
empty calories. Yeah. So,
Unless your wrap is an egg white wrap, which it's only in the States, I think. Like those
oh,
egg
that's it.
wraps.
I think we might have those in Canada now. But anyway, that's different. Like,
That's the only
yeah,
10-calorie wrap you'll
yeah,
get.
yeah.
Your protein like intake's a big thing. Adequate amounts. Everything has to be in moderation. Your sleep, managing your stress is a big thing. Obviously, we've talked about this numerous times. I stress that every time. Sleep and stress are going to be your number one solution to a lot of things when it comes to fitness related before anything else. Water and walking after meals is the biggest hack. If you're somebody that feels like, hey, once I sit down after any meal or a bigger meal, it just kind of sits there and I feel like I can't move for a while, train yourself to kind of don't go for like an hour walk, because I can also do the opposite where it's just like moving the food around too much, like a
But
10,
typically 10
15,
to 15
yeah, stroll,
after each meal.
perfect.
So much helps to regulate your blood sugar. Yeah, helps with digestion. Not to mention you'll be able to eat more food in general if you're moving your body more. And yeah, after the strawberry incident, when I tell you I went for a walk, I
Yeah,
went
and
for a
never
walk.
go for too long. Like honestly, I
Yeah.
find like every time that something like that,
You feel good for the first 10, 15 minutes, and then after that, it's like,
I'm low key feeling a little hot. Like I feel the food
yeah,
moving. Yeah, but
yeah.
yeah, gradual increases of everything. Incorporating it into your diet will be the biggest help instead of just randomly throwing everything in their supplements, different foods, fiber, this, that, and the third. Don't overwhelm your body. The same way that you wouldn't if you're talking to somebody that's newer to something, same way that you would incorporate help them assimilate to anything slowly. You wouldn't throw everything at them. So don't throw everything at your body either. You have to slowly get into whatever you're doing in your life. So treat your gut the same way in your diet too.
Totally, totally. And yeah, really important to get a little bit of movement in after every meal. If you walk a super, or if you work a super sedentary job as well, like try to get a few thousand steps in before you start your workday. That'll also help a ton with your digestion. Like if you're sitting all day not getting any movement in, then yeah, that's gonna negatively impact your digestion. You're gonna feel gross. You're gonna feel lethargic.
In your lunch break, honestly, like I
hmm
know during lunch breaks people like want to chill and stuff, which is so fair, especially if your job is just like mentally draining you that day.
But
But
if it is a mentally draining job, like getting outside and going for a walk will help your mental so much as well.
so helpful. Not saying that you should stay at a mentally draining job, but sometimes like work is not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, but you
Yeah,
know, but yeah.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, to wrap this episode up, just want to remind you guys like stay away from over-diagnosing yourself through
Mhm.
TikTok or through ChatGPT. Stay like try not to be influenced by all of these like wellness girls just profiting off their morning deep bloat drinks or whatever it is. There's a lot of like fear-based marketing out there, toxic, quote unquote, toxic food narratives. Like oftentimes the healthier, low-calorie version is not going to be better for you. So
Exactly.
stay away from that. Like a lot of people are addicted to fixing themselves instead of building actual sustainable habits. So let's focus on building those sustainable habits and not just hopping on these quick fixes or trends or whatever it may be.
Yeah,
And
that's from people not wanting sustainable habits to, because that sounds, sustainable habits sounds like something that's slow and takes time. What these influencers offer, like with the toxic marketing and just like overselling of something, is they're benefiting off of insecurities. They know that people want fast changes. We're not dumb. All of us will, if I could pick like, hey, take a year off, let's say, build like muscle. If somebody offered me, hey, here's a magic pill, in 2 weeks you'll be where you want to be, I would take the 2 weeks. I'm sorry, I'm escaping the work. Okay, but so really kind of understand that, hey, they're selling something that's so extravagant to help you with what you're going through, and it feels so connective because they know that this is a thing that people struggle with, and they're benefiting off of your insecurities or a real problem that you will need a professional for instead.
so, on that note, when you should see a professional is when you have like legitimate symptoms. If you have genuine medical concerns, yes, of course, go see a professional. Like if you have severe pain in your gut, if you have blood and stool, persistent digestive issues, like extreme food reactions, like actual allergic reactions, unexplained weight loss, yeah, all of those are genuine concerns, and we are not undermining those to any degree. But yeah, there is a difference between like digestive fluctuations, normal day-to-day fluctuations, and genuine medical concerns. So obviously make your own call there. You know yourself best. But yeah.
Yeah, just know, as we're wrapping this up, just know that, your gut at the end of the day, or you just don't need another cleanse, a detox, a restrictive protocol, because nothing good ever comes from an overly restrictive protocol if not necessary medically. You just need the typical consistency. I know, such a tired thing that we keep saying. That's also the name of our podcast, the consistency code, right? It's a real thing. You need consistency, you need less stress, so manage it, which it's easier said than done, but working towards it is always going to be better than staying stagnant with your stress. Better habits, yeah, having patience is a very big thing, because without patience, like everything, not just growth with your body, like physical wise, comes from patience, but also things you want to solve internally also does take time. It's not going to happen overnight. If anybody's promising you a fix overnight, do not buy into it.
Red.
Big X. No.
Yeah. Patience is key, and long-term results do take long-term to achieve. Quick fixes are always just a quick fix and not sustainable. So yeah. Stop ignoring your stress, stop chronically under eating, and find the root cause.
Exactly.
Hey, let us know your biggest takeaway from the episode in the comments, and stay tuned for next week's episode. Make sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and thanks for tuning in. Love you guys.
Wonderful day, guys.
Bye.